Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a FV3805, the Tier 9 British SPG, and we're on the east spawn of Sand River. And the commander of this FV3805 is Ratty87. Yes, he's been known for his Bishop replays and replays just about every other vehicles. But this time Ratty is in the FV, and this was the first battle that he really enjoyed in this particular Arty. It takes a bit of getting used to. A little bit of facts for you. The FV3805 comes with 3 different guns. The stock gun is a 140mm, which is actually a 5.5 inch gun. It also has a quick firing 6-inch gun, that's 152mm. And the top gun is a 7.2 inch howitzer, and that's 183mm. Now that's the same sort of caliber you find on the Death Star and the FV408, well, the ship barn, that way. It's got a variety of different calibers you can choose from, and the difference between them is the reload speed. Of course, the higher the caliber, the longer the reload, but the bigger the damage that they do with each shot. Okay, we've got a T-55 making a quick dash down the dunes. A number of other tanks very tentatively appearing in the west side of the map. He's fired at that T-10. Wow, what a hit! 277 hit points. That was a direct hit on him. Really good shot. Now Ratty's carrying 40 rounds of standard ammo and 8 rounds of premium. Now those premium ammo do actually increase the blast radius, so we might see him use those later on during the battle. They don't increase the blast radius by much, but it's enough to make the job do the job. He's firing at the Centurion and a Lover rather. And it overshoots the Centurion, falls behind him, but still stuns him. Right, that Carnarvon's got himself into a lot of trouble, but the T-10's been taken out. So Ratty's going for the Centurion, lining him up. Hopefully he'll get the T-34 at the same time, and the round lands near the T-34, and he managed to get 142 hit points off the T-34, but then picks up some stun assist off the T-34 as well. Now an IS-7 has appeared in the riverbed, and he's engaging the IS-7 on Ratty's team. They've already taken out one of the opponents. Ratty's loaded, ready to shoot. Ooh, doesn't want to hit the wreck. That's it, rounds out. Oh, it landed in the water right next to the IS-7. Now, it may have moderated the explosion. He's got 216 hit points, and he has stunned that IS-7. Now, if that other IS-7 can get some shots into him in time, Ratty will pick up some stun assists. Oh, he didn't do it in time, and unfortunately their team has just lost a 1-2-1. Okay. Ratty's decided to look at this T-55 who's sitting in the village, on the outskirts of the village. Round out. Oh, kill shot! 206 hit points, but he got it right in, direct hit, took out that T-55A, and that's a very, very welcome addition, because the Wizzy 120 was exchanging fire and it looked like he was going to go down. He only had a quarter of his health left, but now he can engage with the IS-7 on pushing back that T-26E5 and the other IS-7. Now Ratty is going to go after this Lover and the Centurion AX again, or the Action 10 I should say. Oh, Action 10's backing away. He's going to go after the Lover. Round out. Right into the side. 334 hit points and 3 critical hits. Perfect shot. Right into the side of him. And at distance as well. Shows how accurate his shooting is. Okay, now he's going to go after the T54. It's got more health than the others. The Lerva is backing away. He's trying to get over the other side of the dune. T54 is rocking about on his central spot, and that's a bad decision, but on this occasion he gets away with it because that shell went long. Okay, Ratty has noticed the T34 has come down from the northeast corner. There is an AMX CDC for to defend that corner, and a Tiger 2 a little further along, but Ratty's changed. He's going to go after the T26E5. He's moving rapidly, but he's going to have to slow down as he gets to the other side of the wall, but Ratty's decided to go for the IS-7, and it's a big hit. 339 hit points off him, and some stun assists straight away. And I don't think that IS-7 is going to last much longer. He's only got 166 hit points. Next hit, and he's out the game. And looks like Ratty's going to line up that IS-7 for another shot. He's almost loaded. A splash would probably be enough to kill that IS-7. He's loaded. Rounds out. Oh, that IS-7 is so lucky. He survived the shot. He got a direct hit. 41 hit points he's got left. 41. That hit was 125 hit points, even though it was directly on the side, but the IS-7 has now gone down. He was taken out by the Lorraine 40T. Now, Ratty's concerned about this T-34. He is coming down now. He is going to come down, so Ratty needs to move. He needs to reposition. Ideally, he needs to go down to the bottom of the map to go as far south as he can, because that T-34 is going to come through the pass at E0. Wow, direct hit, 300 hit points, but he has been seen, so he needs to get into cover quick. Well, the T-34 has been taken out, but the enemy Arty will probably still be focusing on this area. So it's going to be very dangerous for Ratty to fire without the enemy Arty spotting where he is and seeing the tracer. So he is going to move. He's relocating. He's going a couple of grid squares further south. He's going to help his team on the K row, or the K line, we might say. I always think of the lines being downwards and the rows being crossways. Okay, before he can even shoot, the Tiger 2's been taken out. The Action 10 is stationary, taking a shot, but he's moving again now. Ratty's lining him up. Round out. Whoa! Direct hit again! 361 hit points, 2 critical hits. That was an excellent shot. And the Action 10 is still getting hit. And because he actually took out the track, Ratty has picked up some damage assistance there. It looks like he's going to go for the Action 10 again. He's almost loaded. It's only 67 hit points. He's a reasonably good player, that Centurion. Ratty's lining him up. The Action 10's trying to protect himself using that wreck. It's not going to work if he's splashed to death. And unfortunately, he's been taken out by the T-55 before Ratty can fire. So he misses out with that shot. That's unfortunate. But the Lerva is still in the open. 436 hit points. Ratty's indicating his target. Just needs to work out where he's going to be as soon as he's loaded. And then he can place the shell on that point. Now the Lerva's backing away, so he's leading him behind. Round out. Direct hit and a kill shot. 200 hit points. That was perfect. Right on the money. Okay, there's only 3 opponents left. There's 5 on Ratty's team. We've got a medium tank, a tank destroyer, and an Arty. Well, the Arty's an M5355. The medium tank is the T55, and there's the tank destroyer, the Scorpion G, lining him up. Rounds out. It's a long flight. Oh, unfortunately, he didn't give it enough lead. The Scorpion drove through the point that was aimed at, but he still managed to get 117 hit points, and that's useful. There's the enemy Arty. He's been spotted. He's taking fire. He probably won't survive the next shot. Ratty's got 10 seconds to load, and yeah, the M53 is taken out. That was a bit predictable. He wasn't going to survive very long, and Ratty just had too long to reload. But he's loaded now, and he can get this T-54 if He can line it up correctly, rounds out. Oh, it overshot! Just as the T-54 went over the rise, the shell went right over his head onto the ground behind him. Now the Scorpion's getting attacked from two directions, and he's trying to engage the medium tanks that are coming up, the AMX CDC and the Leopard prototype. They're now all going to centre on the T-54. I'm not sure that Ratty's going to be loaded in time, but he might get a single shot off before the T-54 is taken out. Lining up, round out. Oh, he tracked him! That's made it certain he'll die, and he picks up some track assistance. That was a really good game. A win 8 of 3417 according to the system. So well done, Ratty. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's a first class tanker for Ratty 87 in the FV3805. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 17 on that battle. That's a huge amount. And he picked up a Confederate, because although he didn't get that many kills, in fact he only got 2, he still managed to hit more tanks than anyone else on his team, which is not surprising because he was really laying the shells in everywhere he could. And he did a lot of effective work for his team. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get top on damage. The AMX CDC did that. Ratty came third with 2,910 hit points, but he did come joint top with 2 kills, as we can see there. He actually puts him in third place there. And when it came to the experience, Ratty managed to get 991 base XP, only beaten by the CDC, who managed to get a superb 1297. I presume that that will be an ace tanker. I think it's very likely that he got an ace tanker. Let's have a look at the detail report. Well, Ratty fired 16 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration and 7 splash. He did have a few rounds that overshot the target. He did damage of 2,910 hit points, and it was all at more than 300 meters. He managed to damage 9 of the enemy, and that's 3/5 of the team, and he managed to kill 2 of them. He did damage assistance of 202 hit points, which includes that T-55 right at the end when he tracked him and enabled the other team to kill him. And he also did stun assistance of 966 hit points off 12 stuns. On a standard account, Ratty managed 31,150 credits, but he also had a holy ops bonus there, and after ammunition resupply, which is still fairly expensive, he still had 10,281 credits left. He received 991 base XP. There's a holy ops bonus there as well, so he took away 1,259 experience points in total. So first good game ever in the FV3805, and yes, we can certainly see it there. And if you carry on like that, I'm sure you will have mastered this Arty very, very quickly indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.